Okay, we are live, 14 out of 15 channels, and if you look right here, you'll see Rogie is just sitting there outside, and I need you guys to just keep your eyes on him for me while I'm podcasting, and if you see him get up, will you let me know in the chat, please? Thank you. Hello.
Coasty Toasty Waters. Yo.
Yo, Toasty, what's up, son? How the heck is it going?
Coasty Toasty Waters. 1 RST.
First, yes, you are first. You are first indeed. Celebrate it.
Williams. Hey Nay, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm real good.
Hey Nay.
Megsy, Doogie, hello, what's up, buddy?
Bachelor. Cheers, Nay.
Hey, Roger, what's up? So I just want you guys to tell me if the dog gets up, okay? If you see Rogie get up, start moving around or whatever, I just need to know about it.
To you. Hey Nay.
Hey there, hippie chick. There's a bunch of oil on the outside of this thing. I could scrape it off with a razor. I could try to heat it off with a lighter and drip it in to this. Like this.
To you. Is that your oil? Doogie. Baskin Beezle. Brian Montgomery. Hi.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, it's my oil. We'll see if it gets... If I'm able to...
Dog's moving.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I gotta go. I'll be right back. Let me see where he went. Oh no. He's just thank you. No, he just got up and moved. He's okay. He's still.
Beez is gone.
No, he's still there. He just moved over a little.
Munoz. Good morning, Nay. Megsy Williams. Beezle gone.
So now he's right there. Okay, he's still laying there. He just moved a little bit. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Keep your eye on him. Anyway, I was trying to heat this up, but I don't know if the oil is getting to the point where it's going to melt off of here or not. It seems like there's enough on there that it should just melt, man. Just drip right off. It is forming a drop there. But for some reason, which I don't know, the can, the jar leaked a bunch of oil out, and I just want to get as much of it off of the outside of the jar as I possibly can before I try to clean it, wipe it down and shit. But you guys might be wondering, what am I doing with this giant jar of black oil? Where did Nay get this huge jar of black oil? Huh? Or you're not wondering it at all?
Williams. Maybe use a toothpick.
No, I'll use a razor blade, but thanks. I got a razor blade here. After I get this all heated up, I'll scrape the most of it off with the razor blade, then get it off the razor blade, and then, yeah, a toothpick wouldn't do shit, bro. Who said use a toothpick? Megs. Yeah, a toothpick wouldn't do anything. This stuff is super. It would just break the toothpick. That's how thick this oil is. See how hard it is even to scrape off with a razor blade? Yeah. This is the way to go right here. I'm going to get it all, man. I'm going to get so much oil off of the outside of this jar. I don't waste any of it, bro. Everything gets saved. Everything.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No problem. You live and learn. That's what I like to say, Megsy. You watch the show and learn. That's what I like to say. We still got the bees. We still got the bees.
My guess imported from Cali is where the oil came from.
Imported from Cali. That is true. I had sent Iceman, when I lived in California, a little bit of oil. At the time, this was about 4 years ago. We thought we were going to need this.
Tincture oil.
And turns out we didn't use it for what we had intended to, so he kept it. And I was over at his house yesterday.
Hey, nay.
We're just hanging out. Hey, liberals, no liberals in military. No liberals in military.
Liberals in military.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot.
Can I get your opinion on why liberals do not love this country enough to serve in the military?
You're an idiot. My father's a liberal that served in the military, you fucking dumb cunt. So now go fuck yourself. You're an idiot. Fuck off, and don't ever come back here again, you fucking moron. Plenty of liberals serve in the fucking military, you fucking denier of facts. Jesus fucking Christ, you stupid fuck. God, man. My father, the Democrat, was in the army. His brother, the Democrat, was in the army. Their other brother, the Democrat, was in the fucking army, you idiot. They were the only 3 liberals to ever join the fucking United States military. Wow, all 3 brothers just happened to be in the fucking military and be Democrats. 2 of them fought in World War II, you fucking idiot. Yeah, fought for your fucking freedom, you stupid fucking cunt. James Webb released today. What does that mean? Who's James Webb? What does that mean? Daniel, I don't know what that means. Tell me. Liberals don't serve in the fucking military. What a stupid fucking cunt bitch. Let me guess, it's fucking Steve Running. Let me guess, fucking Steve Running, right? Yeah, right. Dude, look at all the oil I got off the outside of this jar. Look at that.
Wanna become famous? Buy followers, primes, and on.com.
Yes, I want to become famous. How do I do it? Oh, star. You don't say on star.com. Okay, I'm on my way right now.
Cheers, nay. #Ox Project.
#Ox
to you. Wow. Lots of oil.
Yeah, a toothpick wouldn't have done that, right? Need that razor blade, but the razor was the way to go, man. You can get every little bit off before you wipe it with alcohol. Oh yeah, I see where it leaked out of the jar. It leaked out of this side. That's going to have to either be heated up or alcohol or something, because that jar won't open. It's frozen shut with oil. So I had some kind of an allergic reaction. The last 2 days I've been a little miserable, guys. My arms broke out in these sores all over, and I got them on my back and on my face and my neck and my chest and my legs, and I was like, I didn't know what it was. I was thinking it was a reaction to something I'm eating, like Equal, because I'm having more Equal now, And everyone else that looks at him is like, nah, dude, that's something you touched in that creek. You know, it's some kind of a plant that's doing that to you. And I'm like, whatever it is, man, I just want it to go away. I might get some Benadryl at some point.
Munoz. Imagine being famous, nay. Like you could have your own podcast or something and try to inform these dumbasses about the world and the products we all use.
Brian, I think
Sean,
I love
aka
you.
Trendy Orca. Sorry you're having a reaction to something.
Thank you, Sean. Brian, I think I love you. Like, you could have your own podcast or something and try to inform these dumbasses about the world and the products we all use. Hey, there goes the bees. All right, I think he's coming back in the house, though.
Auschwitz paperwork. Did you know that the COVID shot vaccine paperwork is the same as Auschwitz paperwork back in Nazi Germany when they asked for your papers?
So Rogi's coming in the house, guys. Lusta's letting him back in. So we can go to main cam now for show. Main cam for show. I'm not even going to read what you said, dude. This is a stupid fucking name. Beezle! We love you, Beezle. You guys, I do have to refresh the chat.
AKA Trendy Orca.
Yay, Rogi. Yes, Sean, thank you. I got to refresh the chat to get a chat number. Cool. And now I've got all of this oil here on this razor blade. Now, I'd say this jar is almost totally clean after
Contact
scraping
lashes are
it.
the worst. You never know where the hell they come from.
Contact lashes? What? Where'd that come from? Oh. Rashes? Contact rashes are the worst. I got you. I'm like, man, I'm smart enough to figure out what these misspellings are. Why aren't I trying harder? I should try harder at misspellings, man. When something doesn't make sense, just figure out what word's misspelled. It's kind of like a puzzle. It's fun. Man, there's still more oil on here. I don't mind scraping it till it's totally clean. And then just wiping it off with alcohol. And then this jar's probably going to open. And I'll get to see how much oil is in here.
That damn doggo is so cute. He comes strolling up like, hey dad.
I know, right? He's so freaking cute. I'll never get tired of how cute Rogi is, man, you know? God, he's the best. He was so cute last night. Okay, so made some new friends on Twitter with my new account now. I'm not using @NaysGarden anymore. So make sure you follow my new account, which is @Ben_Shader, my real name. Okay? So if you guys are looking for me on Twitter and you want the latest and greatest tweets, make sure you follow my new account. I'm going to try to be cordial and sweet and nice and not say the wrong thing and not get blocked by an algorithm or a shadow ban. But I really, really, really just need people to be able to hear my words, you know?
Have you heard of Bose framed sunglasses?
Rose framed glasses? Sure. They're called rose framed glasses, not Bose frames sunglasses. But yeah, rose, yeah, like, you know, you put on your rose
all day
to make everything look pretty.
So nice. Can take you with me and still hear my surroundings.
Oh, there's a bunch on the bottom that I didn't know. Oh my God, there's a whole bunch on the bottom. Great. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, there was a whole bunch down here I didn't realize. I really like doing this. I haven't scraped in so long. I forgot how much I like doing it. Because
all day.
I used to scrape.
No, have you heard of them?
And then I'd get high with this shit. You know, I'd be scraping BHO, not Rick Simpson oil. But it still feels the same, and I know I'm going to get high. Wait till you guys see what I got. I got some buds. Oh my God, I got to go grab them and show them to you. That's why I'm sitting here all cool, not smoking yet. Because I know I got it. It's top of the hour, too. So, look at how much oil I got on the razor blade, guys.
All day.
That's enough.
That's what I'm
That's
listening
well
to you
more
on.
than an ounce of triage oil right there. You see? You just keep adding it. You keep adding to it. Okay, so you guys hear the ice cream truck? Let me know in the chat if you can hear the ice cream truck.
Itty bitty titty-wagging on a POOPOOPP turd COV butthole balls can't hair on a bear's dick shaft drafty foreskin thin ding.
Drafty foreskin the ding dong. That's what I'm listening to you on.
Valentine. Morning.
Have you heard of rose-colored glasses? Yeah, I told you, rose-colored glasses, man. It's like you put on glasses to make the world look pretty. It's how my mom looks at Joe Biden, through rose-colored glasses.
To you. Why audio Bluetooth sunglasses are what your life is missing.
Bluetooth sunglasses. That sounds cool. All right, so listen. I'm going to go grab this bag, and I'm going to impress you guys. I'll be right back.
All day. Bose frames. Tracy Sanders. I can hear ice cream van. Drop all day. Not Rose LOL.
I hate Hoda. I hate Hoda.
All day.
Okay.
LOL nay you confused.
I'm confused. Not Rose. Bose.
Neos.
Oh, you're talking
and
about... I got
James
you.
Webb
You're
is a
talking about
telescope
Bose.
that they released into space. They're releasing the photos that it caught tomorrow. Billy Valentine. Yes. I wear rose COL glasses by
James
controlling
Webb,
my
gotcha.
narrative and
It's the
staying inside
telescope.
Williams Wood.
I wear rose-colored glasses. Yeah, I'm confused because you guys are confusing. By controlling my narrative and staying inside.
To
What
you.
is this?
You have Bose sunglasses on. Cool.
What is that? What is that? You have Bose sunglasses on. Yeah, those are... It's the Bose is what...
All day.
Is what hippie chick was talking
Best
about, right?
sunglasses with Bluetooth.
Oh, best sunglasses with Bluetooth. Okay, I got you. Okay, so I've got another jar right here. Right in front of me.
Munoz. That is a medicinal plant in a bag nay. Next question.
It's medicinal bag. Next question. Brian.
Valentine.
Oh, Brian, you're
I
doing
like
good
the
today.
Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You. Nays that is a beautiful, beautiful bag of buds. What are they?
OG Kush, of course. OG Kush. I'm going to show you. That's the OG. Close that top, and that just starts coagulating and congealing, you know? Oh, and concentrating the smell and the flavor. Oh my goodness, gray-me. Oh my goodness, gray-me. Okay, here, check this out. Wait, what's going on?
Valentine. OGK is my nemesis.
OGK? OGK. I knew someone named OGK. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. My buds are pretty and frosty and gorgeous. And I don't even live in California. I don't. Don't ever let them take this away from you, folks. You guys that buy those stupid fucking medical
Beautiful
cards,
buds.
go to those stupid fucking dispensaries, buy that Delta and that fucking THCO and that HCH and it's HTC and the fucking T and the Delta 10 and all that shit. You guys are the fucking problem. You should be demanding cannabis, okay? Pure cannabis, and don't let them take your strong strains away And don't let them fucking tell you that the concentration is too high. Tell them to go fuck themselves. Tell them to take their laws, no law regarding cannabis, and tell them call them all a bunch of cunts, because they are a bunch of fucking cunts, okay? And break their fucking stupid laws. That's what I recommend everybody in the world does when it comes to cannabis. You know, I celebrate that girl that went to Russia with the fucking vape pens. Good for her, man. Let the whole world know that, hey, man, everybody else is smoking it, Putin. Get the fuck off her dick. You guys like that? Do you like that I said get off her dick? Okay, so I think I am going to use this because I got a little ring around the rosies there, so I'm going to put that right there on the plastic. Okay.
All day.
Rap all day. Hands. Just throw your hands in the air, Just throw your hands in the air, Throw your hands in the air, Throw your hands in the air. Oh shit. What am I doing? What the fuck am I even doing? I don't even know what I'm doing here. What am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm about to smoke some of the greatest buds known to mankind. OG Kush! What? Okay, I don't know if that bud fits in there perfectly, so we'll put it in the other jar. It came out of this jar anyway. My jars are so full, I don't have room for all the buds. Dude, I love it. I love having buds again. Yes, yes, yes! Yes! Are we ready for smoky time? That's the question I want to ask you guys. Are we ready for smoky time?
Miss Bitch to you. Such a problem having too many buds.
Yeah.
I wish I had that problem.
It's a great problem to
LOL.
have. It's a great problem. Should I let my hair down and get trendy? Let's get trendy. Okay. Magenta liked to reply to my tweet. Seats versus riders, also not real life, I'm out. Really, that's the fucking tweet that you liked? Really, the one that made no sense? That's hilarious. Look, if you guys want to like tweets and retweet tweets that make sense, I'm at Ben_Shader on Twitter. Seek me out and retweet me and like my tweets and engage those tweets. So talk to me on there, okay? Let's start a community. Oh, by the way, shouts out to everybody that joined the live last night on Twitter on my new account, Ben_Shader. That's right, Iceman and I went live playing COD last night on Twitter. Got high as fuck, and we had a couple of you guys in there. We had a lot of fun. So those of you who are not following me on Twitter, you don't have the notifications turned on, you're going to miss every time I open up a space. Every time I broadcast live on Twitter, you're going to miss all that shit. We had a great time. We played the shit out of COD last night and got high as fuck up in that Twitter space. Not a lot of you showed up. And that Twitter space is available on my channel for you guys to go listen. You can listen to the whole thing. I recorded it. You can listen to the whole Twitter space. But, you know, if you don't have notifications turned on, you're not following me on Twitter, you're going to miss out on a lot of other good content that I'm going to be putting out there. So come on over to Twitter and don't miss out on the fun, okay? All right. In the meantime, let's smoke this bong of OG Kush. Can you grow cannabis at home in Florida or not? Yet. No, you are not allowed to grow cannabis in the state of Florida.
I go to sleep like at 11 now.
You go to sleep at 11? Okay, well, we were doing this at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. From 5, we were from 5 to 7,
I keep falling behind. I am refreshing a lot, wow.
5 to 7. 5 o'clock to 7 p.m. That's when Iceman and I were playing COD. It wasn't, I don't know why you're saying 11. What's that got to do with this? Okay. Anyway, you guys, just follow me on Twitter, turn on those notifications, and come to the spaces, man, when I open up a space. It's fun. We just sit there and talk. You can talk. We can all talk.
Sup, gang.
You know, we can fucking bullshit and shit. I can hear all your voices. You can hear our voices. It's great.
Happy 710.
Don't deprive yourselves. No, it's happy top of the hour. Don't get it wrong, okay? Don't fucking force my shit. It's happy top of the hour. I haven't smoked yet. Thank you. Don't force me. Don't fucking push me. Don't push my fucking limitations, okay? I'm smoking top of the hour. Cheers. Cheers. No Laurie gun candles. You guys know how to corner a bowl? They call it cornering when you take the lighter and you only touch the corner of the bowl with the lighter and you save a green swat for the next person or for you on the next hit. Cornering.
Wasser. Cheers. Hey nay AMD trendies.
Now I'm sweating profusely. Stand by, folks. Please stand by.
To you. Happy top of the hour must have missed that during one of my catch UPS. Sathivasser. Hashtag cornering. Drop all day. Anyone who doesn't corner is a cunt.
Oh well. Anyone who doesn't corner just hasn't learned how to corner yet. Nobody wants a black hit.
Wasser. Hashtag
So,
corner toke.
When you take a corner on somebody and you hand them the bowl, they look at the bowl and they still see green. This is what their bowl's going to look like. It's half smoked, but the other half is still green. A lot of people will take that lighter and they'll just smoke the whole top, all the trichomes on the outside of the bud. They take it all and then they hand it to you, and you're left with whatever trichomes didn't get scorched that are in the middle. And you'll still get high and shit, but it sucks. You want that nice fresh green hit. You want to be cordial. You want to do the right thing. Corner the bowl. It's so simple. The way you do it is you light it up. You bring the lighter in as you're hitting it, and then as the lighter is just touching one part of that bowl, you leave the lighter right there. You don't do this shit with the lighter. You just leave it in one spot. You watch what it's doing, and you just burn it very gently, and you pull gently. There's tech, man. There's tech involved. A little technique, and a little bit of effort, but a little bit of effort goes a long way. That's what I like to say. You know, it's nice to be cordial. It's nice to be
Hashtag
courteous.
corner toke.
It's nice to be, my dad's word, considerate. He used to tell me that I lacked consideration when I was a child.
Why can we not just have our own bowl?
Terrace, it's a great response, brother. I love
Okay.
you. Thank you for coming into my
Even if
show,
I smoke
Terrace.
by myself,
I want
I
to see you
corner.
more often, Terrace. You can. If you have multiple pieces of glass, everybody can have, and in a day of COVID, it's a good idea to not share a piece of glass. Terrace, it's a great idea. It's a great reason to own more than one piece of glass too. Everybody can have a bowl. Everyone can smoke at the same time, which I love doing. You know, that's what me and my friend Robert used to do. I'd pack him a bowl and me a bowl, and I'd say cheers, and we'd both smoke at the same time. That would be cool. And Iceman and I used to do that too, and Chuckles and I used to do that too.
Cooper. Yep.
Yeah, I like that idea, Terrace. It's good. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I'm so glad you're here, man. You put a big smile on my face. So, I'm trying to make it go away. But it just keeps coming back.
Valentine.
Actually, what Ben is talking about
Why
is
can't
shame,
we just
not
have
guilt.
our own bowl?
Shame
Because
is an
poor.
entirely different and unhealthy
Hashtag
animal
corner.
than guilt. Huh, shame and guilt
Misfits
are
to
different.
you. My father told
Unhealthy
me I'll
guilt
never
leads
have
to
humble
feelings
apply to
of
me.
shame due to uncontrollable external forces. Don't shame yourself over other people's misconduct. Huh. Johnny Axam. Johnny is a blue check. He's got 9,235 followers. I don't know how he got his blue check, man. But he's engaging me on Twitter, guys. He's talking to me. We're having a
To
convo.
you.
You guys
I've
could
been
join
working
in that
on it ever
convo.
since.
You guys could join in that convo. Man, me and Johnny Axam are talking, man. He's a blue check.
Oh
You
my
guys
goodness.
could follow him.
My sister just brought me some stuff called Blueberry Gushers.
That sounds good to me. I like Blueberry Gushers, man. You guys could go over to Twitter. You could find my Twitter handle, which is @Ben_Shader.
I did.
And then You could like that tweet under my tweets and replies. You could follow Johnny Axam, and you can like and retweet every single thing that him and I have said to each other and help promote that and get that out there. It's fantastic.
Valentine. I put my 2 cents in on that convo.
Whoa. Wait, somebody's engaging us in conversation here. I don't know what that is. But that's my boy, dude. That's Terrace. Terrace! There's some truth to @Freak Show shit. Did Trump lose? If he did, I can accept if it was not rigged. I do not have the definitive answer to the election. It will come out.
Road Gaming.
2020 election.
What's up, brother?
You don't have a definitive answer, bro? You and I we can't talk about this on my show, but you and I could talk about this offline. I can explain it to you, bro. We could talk about it in a Twitter space. You put your 2 cents in on that convo. You vote. Oh, I see. Our politics is to not vote.
Cooper. Okay. Miss Bitch to you. Wow, what are you reading?
Dude, I didn't know that was you, Terrace. That's you, bro? Why would anyone who votes their values feel guilty about voting? I'm retweeting you, bro. And my answer to you, bro, was it happens after you realize the people you trusted to do what they say are just liars. That's why. Did you see my answer? You didn't like my answer to you. You said you have trust issues. Right. Everyone after American politics should have trust issues.
I wasn't talking about Trump losing.
I don't
fuck that.
I'm tweeting that shit out right now. Everyone who ever participated in an American election should have massive trust issues. Everyone who ever participated in an American election should have massive trust issues. Yeah, right? I mean, at what point's my mom going to realize that she's been fucked too? You know, at what point is she going to realize that Joe Biden had 20 things he could have done?
Why is there always
Barack
at least
Obama had 20
one person
things
who
he
says
could
I
have
did
done?
my part by nodding?
They did nothing!
Vote these fuckers out and maybe make a difference in the US and maybe in the world.
Why is there always at least one person who says I did my part
ASCII.
by not voting?
Oops, I'm late. But I'm here. Hi, nay.
Vote what fuckers out? Who are you gonna put in their place, bro? Don't you understand, Brian? The problem is once politicians get into their positions, they become corrupted.
When she stops
by
watching
big corporations.
propaganda.
That's the problem. So it doesn't matter who you put in there.
All day.
Voting
Toast
isn't going to
fast.
help. Voting hasn't helped anything. Voting's just making it worse, bro. It's perpetuating a system that's broken. And voting is just us just playing along, man. We're just playing along. We're greasing the wheels, bro.
Gaming.
With our votes.
Nay for president.
It gives it legitimacy when we vote.
Cooper.
Our votes give
Amen.
Our votes
Misfits
give
to you.
politics legitimacy.
Outlaw lobbying.
You know? I'm tweeting that now too. I'm live tweeting on this show.
Because your E is BS, Brian.
Our
The
votes
president is merely a
give
spokesman.
politics legitimacy. Imacy or umacy? Legitimacy? No. Legitimacy. Right? Nope. I'm spelling something wrong. Legit. What's the word?
Nay for president.
Macy. Legit. Oh, legit. Oh, goddamn. Legit, not legit. Legitimacy. Our votes give politics legitimacy.
Legitimacy.
Our votes give politics legitimacy, man.
Tyler. Hey Super Nay.
Why did I just swear I retweeted this and they got deleted and I just had to retweet it again. Hey, Randy Tyler! What's up? You sound like a fucking rock star. Randy Tyler! On drums! Randy Tyler.
Valentine. Legitimacy.
That's a fucking famous person's name. Randy Tyler. Starring Randy Tyler. It's a good name, bro. Randy Tyler. 2 first names, man. That's a good one. Randy Tyler. You're like, fuck everybody. I'm just going with 2 first names, bro. That's me. Fuck everybody else. Okay, it's 420. Happy 420, hippie chick. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers. She's like, damn it. That's what you just
Tyler.
did.
Hey Nay, can you tell me why the covered paperwork is the same exact design as the paperwork going into Auschwitz from Nazi Germany? At least liberals served in a Nazi Germany military, they didn't serve us. Terrace Cooper. I need a hit. Husky. Cheers.
Did anybody get that? Before I blocked Randy Tyler.
To you. Cheers. Valentine. What the fuck is that guy talking about?
I don't know. Something about Auschwitz. He's all hung up on Nazis. I think it's Ben Norton coming in here to defend his position on silencing
Cooper.
Nazis.
I thought he was going to blow through 420. Miss bitch to you. Hashtag keep it open. Megza Williams. Hashtag cheers, hashtag NLRC.
I mean, Ben Norton needs to realize that there are laws already in place that basically silence Nazis anyway. If all Nazis speak is violence and hate speech, then what are they allowed to say in public? And if they say it, don't they get charged with crimes? Think about that, Ben Norton. If they want to walk around and salute Adolf Hitler and wear swastikas around their arms, they're not breaking any fucking laws, as far as I'm concerned. When the Prince of fucking England dressed up as a Nazi soldier and went to a fucking costume party as a Nazi, I didn't see too much public outcry about that. So if it's okay for him, it's okay for anybody, as far as I'm concerned, right? Right? I mean, he's a fucking Prince of England. It's not just some dude. It's literally a dude in a leadership position.
Munoz. It's the lobbying that kills the system. If a normal person were to do the things that they do, it would be concede bribery and we would be jailed/cuffed for it. I understand that it would be hard to replace anyone in that system, which sucks, but that's the only we can do other than start new. Not trying to get anyone worked up or angry, but this is the system that we've built to keep Papa ahead and keep his sons and daughters under Daddy's thumb.
Yeah, I didn't build this system.
Michael Haskey. Romaine is blood related to Hitler.
I didn't build this system. If I had a say in the system, corporations couldn't dictate what politicians are bound to do. That's if I built this system.
Valentine.
We built
Hey Randy,
this
come
system
closer.
on
Closer still,
rock and
stupid ass.
roll.
Miss bitch to you. Hashtag outlaw lobbying.
God, I wish I knew that song. I'd totally rip it out right now. I hate that song. That's why I can't sing it. Because I'd turn it off every time it came on. Hello, Joan. Okay, there's some truth to freak show shit. There's some truth. You vote for dude. Dude
Ask
makes
you.
racial slurs.
I tease her a lot
Shame.
about it.
You vote for dude. Dude sniffs kids. Shame. You vote for dude. He loses,
Valentine.
and you realize you are the
Joan Beats.
minority. Shame. Pretty cut and dry. God, dude, that fucking rocks, Billy.
Munoz.
On a brighter note,
But,
NLRC and
on a
Schmoke
brighter
that-
note,
down
NLRC
DM me
and
I
Schmoke
have
that
news
shit
on-
up.
Oh.
Terrace Cooper. Ben DM me, I have news on Tommy's celebration of life.
Done.
It's to you. I post times for fun. Do you want me to stop posting your smoke times?
No. I just like fucking with you. If you stop posting those smoke
All day.
times, I won't be able to fuck with you.
Heard a thing earlier said I need a woman that's as dedicated as a Trump supporter. Someone say I'm cheating
She's like,
and she
420
says fake
said that.
new.
I know what you fucking
Miss
meant when you
bitch
said
to you.
smoke times.
42710.
Oh, smoke times. Oh, okay, smoke times. Oh, now I know what you're talking about. Thank you for laying that out for me, hippie chick. I would have never been able to figure smoke times out. So let's see, smoke times. What is she talking about? Smoke times. Does she mean the New York Times and the smoke that's coming up from the fires that are in what state is it right now? It's not California, is it? Yosemite? What state is that? I don't even know. They got really bad fires.
Miss bitch
somewhere.
to you. Well, sometimes I get cryptic and you have no idea what the fuck I'm saying, so I try to be very, very clear. Billy Valentine.
Is that French?
Smoke times. Is that French?
It's Tahims.
Munoz.
Utah?
Utah, I think.
Horrible fires, man. They got this little sprinkler system at the bottom of one of these trees. I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna do it.
It's
You
to
guys, those fire, God. You don't realize that sprinkler ain't gonna do nothing for that tree. You know, they keep showing it on the news. They've set up a sprinkler system. It's literally a sprinkler at the base of the tree. Man, it would have to be one of those, like a boat with a hose going into a lake, spraying up 200 feet in the air, the top of the fucking tree, which is a 250-foot tall tree. And those flames are the heat. It's up there, bro. You know? They don't even understand. Entire branches on fire are just flying through the air like comets. If you've never seen this before, you know, they think that sprinkler on the ground is going to do something. It's God. The tree's 2,000 years old, man. Some of them are even older. 2,500 years. Imagine that.
Miss bitch to you.
250
Keeping
foot
the
tall
show
trees,
open.
man.
I gotta go.
Keeping the show open. Okay. You do that. You keep the goddams open, goddammit. Man, it's been a rough couple of days, Harris. I tell you what, bro.
Yeah, my
You know,
friend
that just
lives
keeps
about
coming.
2 miles from that shit. Honestly nuts. The sky burns and ash rains from the sky. It's a ridiculously scary situation. Dominic Leo. Hi Nay. Mary Barna. Sup Nay. Yosemite is in California.
Is that where those fires are? Because I saw the California choppers there dumping water and shit.
Valentine.
Retardant.
Why the fuck
flame
don't we
retardant.
have drone firefighters detecting and dousing fires?
I know, Brian.
One
It's like
dropped
being
off
on
my
another
goddamn
planet, bro.
groceries so they can do it.
Mary Barna, thank you. That reminds me of Nick Brana. Dude, you guys would not believe Now, you know how I've always had this thing about Nick Brana, and I've always tweeted, I'm sure we could find tweets. Maybe I should go look. You know, let me just say, at Nay's Garden, Nick, should I just try Brana? Is that his name? Nick Brana tanked Bernie's campaign.
Garden Adventures.
Bread tubing again.
Morning, nay, morning, everyone.
Replying to me. She bought the ruckus.
Arna. Yes. Cali is always on fire. I live about 2 HRS away from Yosemite. I'm in San Jose, Bay Area.
Bring the ruckus. I'm gonna bring the ruckus.
Sammy
Nick
June.
Brana. Oh, it's Nick
I'm glad it's hip hop
Brana.
happening here in Buffalo.
I wonder if I ever tweeted at that guy. I know I talked about it on my show. I'd have to go back and try to find him. Maybe I don't have tweets to him. Or mentions. Oh, maybe I should check for People's Party. Here. People's Party Convention. Please join me.
Michael Haskey. That place is gonna pop like a pimple on the face of the earth. Jimmy Sammy June. If it's not hip hop happening here, it's not hip hop happening anywhere.
Oh boy, January 26th, folks. January 26th.
Med respect from Los Angeles County, California, SGV 626.
A response to a Nina Turner video. And then someone named Gert de Kaiser said, I am Nina Turner and I am no different from the rest of the squad. So if you vote for me, nothing will fundamentally change. If you want something to change, vote at People's Party _US. There, fix that. And then my tweet says this. You know, because People's Party candidates are so impervious to being corrupt compared to the squad. And I roll my eyes, right? Well, guess who turned out to be right? And this was back in January. You guys want to see the tweet? Let's put it up on the screen for all of posterity so everybody can see that I'm not just making shit up. It's got 4 retweets and 4 likes. But it was very easy to look it up. I just typed in People's Party in Nay's Garden, and a whole bunch of shit pops up. And you can see me saying candidates are so impervious to being corrupt and rolling my eyes, obviously. Well, guess what the hell I found this morning? You guys aren't going to believe this shit. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to stop watching this video, rewind it just a little bit, and watch it with you guys. It's fucking crazy. And on my show, plenty of times I said Nick Brana wouldn't make a good leader because he's very effeminate. You know, it just strikes me as a non-leader type person. I've always said
if for president, I will change so many things in Washington. I won't just say that I'm destroying the country. I will actually destroy it if you want somebody that tells truth for me.
I said if he wanted to really do something, he would recognize the fact that he's a weak leadership, a non-magnetic person. He's just not the kind of person that draws people to him, in my opinion. Not a good leader, and that he should find someone to represent the People's Party, a good, strong, powerful, uncorruptible leader. I said, that guy, I don't fucking trust him. I don't like him. He's not leadership material. I don't like the way he talks. I've been on Jimmy Dore plenty of times just fucking clowning that motherfucker when Jimmy Dore had him on and was interviewing him. I'd be in the chat going, whatever,
Maybe
blah, blah, blah,
Biden
blah.
will accidentally legalize Biden for more years. Ha 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 ha.
Right? And then I saw this.
83. Hashtag keep it open.
She's stronger than me, so I ended up ending the relationship because I wasn't happy. It was toxic. So
SoCal's
what
Garden
ended up
Adventures.
happening after the relationship?
Hey,
Hashtag
SoCal, what's
keep
up,
it
buddy?
open.
We tried to maintain. I sent him a text and I said, I want things to be professional from here on out. I want to end this relationship. We would get on the phone for work, and there was one night that he asked me, he had said that, he said, do you still touch yourself? Can you get on? He asked me first to get on the Zoom, on the video Zoom. And I told him, I'm not really comfortable getting on video. We can just do this over voice. And he said, I'd like to see your face. And this went on for a couple of hours. So
let me just explain. I'm going to catch you guys up. She's talking about Nick Brana, the guy that's the leader of the People's Party, the guy that Jimmy Dore has on all the time on his show that I clown.
So, but I did feel like, obviously I was going through stuff. And so I thought if I'm going through it, other people...
Why did this just start playing? Isn't that weird on my phone?
And I was executive director.
Isn't that weird? I wonder what triggered that. Holy shit. Oh, that Carol Baskin. Oh, who's that young Carol Baskin? Oh, I hate her. Anyhow, let me catch you up here really fast. This is a woman that worked for Nick Brana. Okay? She comes out to meet him in a professional setting, and they start flirting. Okay? She goes home, whatever, and then eventually, after conversations on the phone for several weeks or whatever, a period of time, they start dating, right? And the whole time, they're working together. And throughout the course of their relationship, he would use their relationship to try to get her to help him vote for things inside the People's Party. Because she was a voice inside, so he would say, you have to agree with me on this. And he would use he's that kind of a person, right? Bro, she goes through the entire story. Would you guys like to hear it from her? Her daughter said, you need to just not talk to this guy anymore. He's abusive. And she agreed. So she broke up with him.
Did finally get on the video, and then he said, do you still touch yourself? If we're friends, we can still be friends with benefits. And I said, no, I'm not comfortable with that.
She's crying.
Then there was another time, 2 or 3 days later, that he asked me to take my computer to my bedroom to have, sexual relations with him digitally. And I told him my daughter's still awake. I'm not comfortable with this. We're not in a relationship anymore. No, I don't want to do this. But this wasn't the first time I had said no. There were many times that I had said, no, I don't want to do this activity, or I don't want to have sex. That he would push for hours sometimes. And in those conversations, when we were still together, he would say things like, in a relationship, it doesn't matter if you don't, if you feel bad, you still compromise for your partner. You still compromise for them. There was a time, which I reported to the workplace as well, that he had my car keys. He had the hotel room key. My daughter was up in the bedroom. And I can't get into a lot of details on this for other reasons, but he wouldn't let me go to the room. He wouldn't give me my car keys. And he was saying things like, if you can't compromise, I don't know how you can compromise at work. This went on for 3.5 to 4 hours before he just went ahead, and after I had said no, and I told him no means no, and I said no probably 24 times, he went ahead and did. And afterwards, he said, thank you for compromise.
Let's, Professor Zinkus, I want to get you in here for a second. And I know you've talked to Zeneb based on your experience as a trauma expert, what is your evaluation? Please educate all of us.
Okay, I will.
I think you're muted though.
This is.
So I was curious to see if you wanted to hear the whole story, guys. I gave you the whole story in a very concise thing, but you can hear the whole story from her if you want me to rewind it. This is only 19 minutes into the video, and she started talking. It'd probably be like, I'm thinking it'd be like 10 minutes.
Sort of escalating to where I did agree to go to his birthday party in July. Long phone conversations. He asked me to work with the People's Party as well. So Paula wanted to meet.
Okay, here's the whole story.
It was really nice to have someone that I could speak to about politics and has similar passions and understanding about issues that I did. So we became good friends, and we were talking regularly. He invited me to his birthday celebration in DC. We had gone a few weeks before. Paula Jean Swearingen had gone with me a few weeks before that to DC to vet Paula Jean for sort of leading in West Virginia and doing work with the People's Party as well. So Paula wanted to meet everyone before she came on and see kind of what the culture was and atmosphere was, especially since there was issues with the People's Party. She really wanted to sit down and talk to them and find out what was going on before she decided to join. So I drove her up there, and that's the first time I met Nick Brana in person. So this was before he invited me to the birthday party, to his birthday celebration in July. We kind of did flirt there that night. I think that was mutual. We both flirted, but it was also sort of awkward because he was essentially my boss. He's the chair of the organization. So I didn't know how I felt about it, but he ended up calling me several times after that trip.
Thanks for
we ended up having very long phone conversations. He asked me a lot of personal questions. I told him that I had been through abuse when I was a child. He asked me, one of the things that made me uncomfortable even then was that he was asking me to give details of what.
So he groomed her. He knew what she was about, and he knew he could manipulate her, and that's what he did, guys. That's the kind of person Nick Brana is.
Was the abuse? What did you go through? Exactly what happened?
I had that guy pegged.
He ended up telling me that he liked me. He said, I like you. I think that we should date. I told him I didn't know exactly how I felt about that. I'm not one to date coworkers. So it ended up sort of escalating to where I did agree to go to his birthday party in July at his house. My understanding was that there was going to be more people there, and it ended up being just me. But it was actually a nice trip. I enjoyed it. We ended up dating.
Did you hear that? My understanding was there was going to be a bunch of people there, but it ended up being just me. Do you get that? Fucking manipulator, lying piece of shit.
After that, things started escalating very quickly. A lot of really long hour phone calls. It was about probably a month and a half in when I started seeing real signs of abusive behavior, keeping me on the phone until 6 or 7 in the morning, sometimes arguing over issues at work, or going in circles on a topic that he wanted me to agree with him on, or just keeping me up until that time. And I would say I need to get off the phone. I would get off the phone, and then he would call me back. But then I would have to get up for work the next morning and then do the work as well. So that sort of escalated. We dated for several months, and
Just
I-
really quick, Zeneb, at that time, was he still your boss at that time?
Yes, he was. Well, he was the chair of the organization. So essentially, yeah, he sort of had sway over the board and he had sway over my job. So there was a lot of what ended up happening is a mix, too much mixing between, and I was very clear that I wanted it to be separate, but there was mixing between work. If he got aggravated with me or mad at me about something at work, he would call me and keep me on the phone, and he would say things like, if you can't compromise or agree with me on these issues, if you can't have my back. So if I agreed with something that the majority of the board agreed with, but Nick was maybe a minority on something he would bring before the board, he would call me and say, you need to have my back. If you can't have my back and we can't be partners in our relationship, I don't know how we can be partners at work. So at that point, I started feeling...
He literally said, I'll break up with you if you don't agree with me politically at work. He was using the relationship, holding it over her head, and manipulating that from there. It is the absolute most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my entire life. He's a piece of human garbage. Nick Brana, you're a piece of human garbage.
I was not in a good situation, and my daughter was starting to see the abuse, and she was very uncomfortable with it, and she was pushing me to end the relationship. And Paula Jean Swearingen saw it. She's my best friend, so she knew that I was not in a good place. So I had people that were loving me, that loved me, telling me, you need to end this, but I didn't know how I could end it and also keep my job because of this dynamic that had been created. It went into November, and on November 17th, it kind of came to a head because he had won the chair election, and he had called me, and I congratulated him, and he said, you didn't retweet me enough. You didn't share enough about it. You didn't, you didn't celebrate it enough. But I was also the head of the Elections Integrity Commission that we had created, and I took that really seriously, and I wanted to have a non-biased election, and that was really important to me. And keep in mind, this whole time the board was not informed of us dating because Nick did not want to tell them.
Corruption in politics,
and I knew that if
starts from the very grassroots. Remember that. I'll tweet it.
I came forward and told them I didn't know what would happen. I didn't know if I would still have my job. I didn't know how that would go, but I felt uncomfortable with them not knowing and me doing this work at the same time. That didn't feel right to me, if that makes any sense.
Was there anything, but was there anything in the guidelines at MPP that coworkers couldn't date or not? No? Okay.
We had no guidelines. We had no sexual harassment policy. And when I brought it forward, when we were working on the handbook to include that, Rod and Nick said, we don't really need that here. That, we may not need it. So, but I did feel like, obviously I was going through stuff. And so I thought if I'm going through it, other people could go through things in the future. Any organization, and I was executive director, any organization needs a sexual harassment policy. You should have one in place. So we had the phone call after, like I had mentioned, he wanted me to move to DC after a month and a half, and I couldn't move to DC because of my daughter. And I told him, because of so much pressure, I was like, I'll think about it, but I need to talk to my family first. I need to make sure that, but I really don't know if I can. I don't think that I can afford to live in DC. I don't.
So this is a woman who was working for the People's Party, and she started dating her boss, the guy who started the People's Party, Nick Brana. And he groomed her, manipulated her. He found out about her past, that she had issues, and he took advantage of that. And in their relationship, he demanded that she vote certain ways in the People's Party to support him, or he would break up with her.
Think that it would be good to take my daughter away from her nana and my family, and I need that support because I'm a single mother. So there was a lot of back and forth about me moving. I felt like that was way too soon, in my personal opinion. No judgments on other people's opinion, but for me that was way too soon in a relationship as a mom with responsibilities to uproot myself and move and lose my entire support system and move away from my family. And I was worried about what kind of dynamic that would create,
Right,
since it was
Sokol? I'm
already
glad you're still
becoming
here,
a
bro.
controlling relationship.
Bro, you know what I got, Sokol?
So on November 17th,
So Callie,
I
train wreck,
ended the
bro.
relationship. And it was because, 4 days before, my daughter literally picked up my phone and she said,
She's crying.
She said, "You don't have to talk to him, Mom. You can just hang up." And I told her, it came out of my mouth, I said, "I need to keep my job." And I realized that was I was letting her know that it was okay to be abused, to keep your job. And that wasn't okay anymore.
He's being
And she
exposed.
told me, she's 12,
Nick
and she told
Brana's
me,
being
she said,
exposed.
"No
Now
matter
listen.
what, Mom will be okay."
I tried to tell people what Nick Brana was a long time ago. You'll be able to find it on my shows, guys. You hear me talking shit about Nick Brana all the time on my shows. I promise you. Okay? I was way ahead of this shit. And I'm way ahead of it all the time. And every time I nail something, I let you guys know. I'm like, hey man, I was here. You go look at my tweet from January about the People's Party and tell me they're fucking not corrupt. I knew all about that shit.
She's stronger than me, so I ended up ending the relationship.
I didn't like him. I didn't like the guy.
I wasn't happy. It was
I listened
it was
to him
toxic.
speak and I go,
So
I don't like him.
what ended up happening after the
just
relationship
doing this.
ended
I don't like the
is
guy.
we tried to maintain. I sent him a text and I said, I want things to be professional from here on out. I want to end this relationship.
It's called Nadar.
We would
I
get
got
on
my
the phone
Nadar.
for work, and
It's my hair.
there was one night that
My
he asked
antenna.
me. He had said that
Got my ears on.
he said, "Do you still touch yourself? Can you
Okay.
get on?" He asked me first to get on the Zoom, on the video Zoom, and I told him
Okay, so we basically saw from this part to almost 20. So there's 3.5 minutes of what we saw before. And some of you guys weren't here. We just lost half of our audience. Boom. Just disappeared, vanished. Did you guys all get disconnected or something? Let me know. Now, at this point, we can skip ahead, or we can listen to what she said about the, him being furtherly abusive. I'm gonna play it again because fuck Nick Brana.
I'm not really
Fuck you,
comfortable getting
Nick.
on video. We can just do this over voice. And he said, "I'd like to see your face." And this went on for a couple of hours. So I did finally get on the video. And then he said, "Do you still touch yourself? If we're friends, we can still be friends with benefits." And I said, "No, I'm not comfortable with that." Then there was another
She's crying.
time 2 or 3 days later that he asked me to take my computer to my bedroom to have, sexual relations with him digitally. And I told him, my daughter's still awake. I'm not comfortable with this. We're not in a relationship anymore. No, I don't want to do this. But this wasn't the first time I had said no. There were many times that I had said, no, I don't want to do this activity, or I don't want to have sex. That he would push for hours sometimes. And in those conversations, when we were still together, he would say things like,
Nick Brana is sexually frustrated because he's a closet homosexual. No offense to anybody who's gay out there. Nick is a piece of shit no matter what his gender or sexuality is. I'm just telling you, that's what that fucker is. I've always known that about him. It's obvious. And he's very confused sexually. And that's why he acts out sexually in his relationship with, his friend, co-worker, ex-girlfriend.
relationship, it doesn't matter if you don't, if you feel bad, you still compromise for your partner. You still compromise for them. There was a time which I reported to the workplace as well, that he had my car keys, he had the hotel room key, my daughter was up in the bedroom. And I can't get into a lot of details on this for other reasons, but he wouldn't let me go to the room. He wouldn't give me my car keys. And he was saying things like, if you can't compromise, I don't know how you can compromise at work. This went on for 3.5 to 4 hours before he just went ahead and, after I had said no, and I told him no means no, and I said no probably 24 times, he went ahead and did. And afterwards, he said, thank you for the compromise.
Let's, Professor Zinkus, I want to get you in here for a second. And I know you've talked to Zeneb, based on your experience as a trauma expert, what is your evaluation? Please educate all of us. I think you're muted though.
He's giving her time. That's good.
This is
Give her time with that.
it's hard because
I love that he's taking his time right now and not jumping in. Sabby, you should have fucking given her a little time, Sabby, before you fucking just... I know what you're trying to do, but, you should have given her a little time, and you should have said, you should have had a response for her. It's a little cold, Sabs. A little cold. You dropped the ball a little bit, but he's picking it up for you, so... he's showing that...
Zeneb and I were connected.
He's showing compassion right now, Sabby, and you are showing none. This is Sabby. This is how you do it, okay? Show a little compassion. It's okay.
Through Paula, right? Some months ago. And it was before everything had come out in public. Conversations that we had were difficult conversations, right? And I remember, I remember when Zeneb referred to the things that she just described here, there was a lot of pain in her voice. And, in the work that I do, I train professionals and I teach students in graduate social work programs about trauma and what it does to us. And so, it's just important to remember, a trauma is not an event, a thing that happens. It is the experience we have in response to it, and that stays with us, right? And it could be anything. It could be a trauma from a car accident, or it can be from sexual harassment or assault. And that happens when our ability to cope, to make sense of things, like, why is this happening? What is going on? Where you feel defenseless and or powerless, that we become overwhelmed. It's not just regular stress. And regular stress we all have. Stress about bills, stress about our careers, stress about family, about illness, on and on. Those stresses can be very difficult. But trauma is a response that goes deeper than stress. It's one where our normal abilities to cope just don't work. And we can have many different types of reactions to it. It's not just being sad. It's not just feeling powerless. It can affect our whole bodies. It can affect our minds. Going through trauma, our responses to trauma can make a person question whether they're sane or not. Am I crazy? It can affect, often it affects ability to sleep, to eat.
I get it.
Our relationships with people can be affected.
So cool.
And Zeneb has obviously a daughter, right? So that's a huge responsibility.
I wonder how old the daughter is.
And I thought about this at the time.
The daughter played
Zeneb,
a key
when
role.
you were telling me your story.
She's so lucky to have a daughter like that was strong for her.
Your relationship is with your daughter, and how you were able to maintain and to be able to still be a mom, and how difficult that must have been and still must be when these feelings can overwhelm us, right? And put us in the situation where you feel powerless, catatonic, confused. Am I crazy, right? I think the thing that makes this type of trauma, workplace trauma,
her daughter
so
was
insidious
12?
Is the feeling that there's not an ability to escape. The fact that Zeneb said, I have to stay on the phone.
That is
I have to keep my job. We live in a society where
wow,
You know, a job is the difference between being able to survive and not survive.
Is my mom?
So it's not that a person has a choice to just walk away.
Yeah, my mom's in
You
there.
know,
Let
and
me go
that's
tell
a
my
mistake
mom.
a lot of people make. You hear people who have the luxury of never having been in a situation like this say, well, you know, hey, I have sympathy, but if that happened to me, I would just leave. And that's one of the really, as I said, insidious things about this type of trauma is that you feel you can't leave. The person makes it so you feel you can't leave, that you don't have another choice, that you just have to keep putting up with it. And then it goes on and it goes on and it goes on, and you're in that trap. And this was your boss, right? And it wasn't just another coworker. This was the chair of the party, you know. And that whole phase of it, when we were speaking about this, was one thing. And then it became public. And then people's, you know, it got, I think, reported but not in depth, just referred to. It might have been a Jordan Sheridan piece where it was just referred to that there was harassment. That was it. Nothing, you know, Zainab's name wasn't thrown out there. It was just reported that this was a thing. And then the People's Party came out with a statement. And that was a whole other piece now to the trauma, because that statement, and I don't know what they were thinking. In that piece, they outed Zainab without saying her name, because a lot of people knew that, right, that Zainab and Nick had a consensual relationship. Is it okay that I term it that way? That you were dating. And I guess at that point that you weren't. So people knew who it was. And so now, you know, somebody who's abused in any way in the workplace, but especially through sexual harassment, or they feel that they've been violated in this way,
I'm going to speed
has the
him
right
up.
to file a complaint in privacy. Zainab had never done that in the public forum. That wasn't her intention. Our discussions weren't around that. And all of a sudden, here it is. A statement pinned top tweet from the People's Party saying the woman who, you know, made these allegations, I was in, I guess this was Nick speaking and writing it, I was in a consensual relationship with, people know this, and then so there that you were outed without ever you coming forward, right? So you would never come forward publicly, and it was your right not to. Zainab's right not to. And then the second piece was they started attacking her character. So this is a whole other dimension to trauma, because now it's in the public forum, which most sexual harassment never gets to the public forum. People have all that other stuff to worry about that I just spoke about, but not seeing their relationship referred to, and then being attacked and being called an operative for the Democratic Party, and I'm paraphrasing, it was, and that this was all political. So completely taking power away from a victim's right to make a private claim and have it properly investigated. That was taken away. And in my conversations with Zainab, that was traumatic for her. It continues to be. And it's troubling. We were just talking on the phone earlier about how some people are referring to what is happening to Nick Brana is that Nick has been Me Too'd, which is a horrible, horrible phrase. That's not what it's about. What this story needs to be about, and it doesn't matter if it was the People's Party or if it was the pizza restaurant down the street. If a worker has been in a position where they feel that they were sexually abused, and it has caused them trauma, they have a right to file a complaint, and there is an expectation that there will be a proper investigation, and that the results of that investigation will allow that victim to have justice. And that is absolutely the opposite of what happened here. I tweeted out when I originally spoke with Zainab that I had spoken with the person who was hurt, who was harmed, who was a victim, and I didn't say her name, and I said I believe her. What I didn't do is I didn't make this a daily thing that I tweeted about. I didn't feel that that was appropriate. I just wanted to throw out there that I stood with her. And then I started getting attacked.
On the daughter?
Well,
listen.
I'm not comparing what happened to me at all.
Do you remember she said, I can't tell you the details, right? And it was almost as if there was something going on with the daughter. You know? There was some concerns around the daughter. That's why, wasn't that weird when she said that, Megsy? It's crazy, man. This was crazy. Snapchat sucks. So, that's Sabby Sabs on YouTube. If you guys want to follow her, you can watch that entire interview. It goes on for 2 hours. It's a 2-hour interview. We made it a half hour in. There's no telling what other details get released. I haven't seen it. But I was shocked when I saw what I saw, and I was like, I gotta watch some with you. So when she really started broken crying and shit, I hadn't seen that yet. So, or any of what he said. I hadn't made it that far in. I made it about 19 minutes into the video. And now we're at 28 minutes in. But I'm telling you, man, I called that shit. You guys go back and find videos where I've talked mad shit about Nick Brana. I said I don't like him. I don't trust him. He needs to find somebody else to lead that fucking party. And now, and then after I found out, you know, I was in a, I was either watching a podcast or I was in a space. I can't remember which it was. And there was a girl, and she was filing charges against Nick Brana for, it wasn't sexual, it was, he was abusing his power, or he was trying to pass, God, I can almost remember what it was. It's like he was trying to pass rules inside the organization without getting approval of the whole board or whatever. Like, there was a big controversy. And I found out about it, and I went on my show, and I told you guys. I said, this Nick Brana guy, he's bad for so many different reasons. I detailed it thoroughly, man. If I can find one of those videos, man, watch out, man, because I'll find it. I'll show it to you, but this just proves I was exactly right about everything about that guy. And the fact that, and every time he'd be on Jimmy Dore, you know what? Oh my God. Just find a video of me when Jimmy Dore has Nick Brana on, and when Nick comes on, and I'm like, fuck that guy on my show. I'm like, I'm not even going to watch Jimmy Dore when he's got this fucking idiot on. It won't be that hard to find. Shit. It won't be in the fucking title, I'm sure. I never made a video titled about that guy. But I talked shit, mad shit about him. I was all over it. So you heard it here first, folks. Right? You know where to find it from now on. And remember, on Twitter, I'm at Ben_Shader. So come follow me over there on Twitter. Let's start that conversation. Jump in a space, and you'll be able to talk and shit. It'll be fun, man. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you guys.